So how does one maintain the consistency? Let me give you a parallel example. In our language services, we have something called a glossary or a terminology guide, so that when we translate a content, if there is a particular term or a word that is going to be used for a product name or a brand or whatever, we have it in our the glossary list or the terminology database, as we call it, to cross check that the same term is being used across not just the document, but across the project, across different outputs consistently, right? Is there something similar in the PIM, and you have to do something about keeping that consistency?
Honestly speaking, Biraj, I've not come across this exact use case, but the way I would develop something like this is I would kind of create a global variable where that glossary would be a global variable, and I would basically what you can do in a PIM. And another part which I failed to mention was that you set up reports on your products. To kind of keep a track of, okay, where there inconsistencies in my products, where is my products incomplete, and I can see that this being a report that you can able to kind of use potentially as some sort of a regular expression, and then check through your different products and see, well, if this term is being used, is it consistently being used on all our products? So this would be some sort of I almost see it as some sort of SQL query to kind of, firstly, you could probably bake it into the process. Also another validation that, look, if our glossary isn't being used, you need to stop this becoming publishable. And secondly, from a reporting perspective as well. So maybe run a SQL query to see, okay, is there somewhere where we're not using it? So the TMS would be one place where we check. And then PIM would be almost a secondary QA procedure that we can also use to incorporate this process.